it Saviour says, the place to be, and the heart of our community.
Hi, in this episode of the podcast, myself and Shine met the Lord Provost, and you will learn more about the Lord Provost and what she does in her job and more. Let's hear more about it.
Come along and gather round and listen to Saint Saviour says.
Hello, I'm Shine and I'm here with the Lord Provost. What is your favourite part about being the Lord Provost?
My favourite part is actually coming to visit young people at the schools and hearing, seeing all the talent, hearing all the singing, what I heard this morning at St Saviour's, which was fabulous. That's my favourite part, is talking to young people in the city.
Why?
Because they're the future of the city, so I try and encourage young people to have civic pride in their city, to look out for the city. I heard it all this morning at your in the school. You were talking about all the litter picking you do. It's really important for young people to take ownership of their own city, and because you're the future leaders. I mean, in 20 years or 30 years from now, you could be sitting here where I'm sitting, and you could be the Lord Provost. So you have to think of what you want, what achievements you want to have for your city, and what the good things you want for your city, and how you want to make the city better than it is.
Why did you want to be the Lord Provost?
Well, they asked me if I wanted to do it because I was so busy with being a councillor. I never really thought about having another role as a councillor. And when they asked me, I had to think about it for a while, because it is a big job and it keeps you really, really busy every single day. You could be working morning, noon and night, 7 days a week. That's how busy the city is. You've got thousands of conferences that come, and you've got to welcome everyone that comes. So it's a very busy job.
Have you ever met Queen Elizabeth?
I didn't meet Queen Elizabeth, but I have met King Charles, I've met Princess Anne, and I've met quite a few celebrities over the years. Rod Stewart, I met him at a football match. Who else have I met? But the celebrities are the young people of the city. They're the celebrities.
What would you say is the hardest part of being Lord Provost?
The hardest work is not enough time, because there's too many things to do as a Lord Provost, and I've got 18 bailies that help me. So I have 18 deputies that help me if I can't do all the different jobs.
What's your favourite thing about Glasgow?
The people.
Why?
Because I just love the way Glaswegians are. Glaswegians are the people who, I love the way they interact with tourists that come into the city. Sometimes you can spot it from a window. Someone's looking to see what street they're looking for or where they're wanting to go somewhere. And they'll ask a Glaswegian, and a Glaswegian will take them there. I'll take you there, I'll show you where the place is, and they walk up with them to the place, because Glaswegians are the friendliest people on the planet.
That actually happened to me when I first moved in.
Yeah, so someone helped you when
Yeah.
you were lost looking for somewhere.
Yeah.
A Glaswegian person born here will be that. You'll be the same now,
Yeah.
because you've interacted with a Glaswegian. You're Glaswegian, so you'll do the same when you meet a tourist or someone visiting the city.
What study did you do at uni?
I didn't go to university. I did not go to university. I went to college, and I started working in my husband's business. So I didn't go to university. Some people have different ways of getting to a job like this.
What's your husband's business?
He is a solicitor, a lawyer. We have a business. He's actually a solicitor advocate. Forgot to tell you that. That's extra things that you do.
What motivates you to keep going every day?
What motivates me? Engaging with people, I think. Just meeting people. I think that I like talking. I like speaking to people. I like hearing stories of people's lives and what they do. And there's so many wonderful people in the city, and they do extraordinary things in communities. And those are the people that you don't know about, but they're actually there every day in everyday life. Those are the people that motivate me, because people are always doing things a lot more than what I'm doing.
What is your favourite place in Glasgow?
Well, probably where I was born. I was born in Maryhill, so my favourite place is probably up in where the Forth and Clyde Canal is, the Stocktonfield Bridge, the junction that we created a while ago. That is my favourite place to visit, the new park that we created there. But I think Glasgow itself, as a child, my favourite place, the most favourite place, the indoor place, is actually Kelvin Grove Art Gallery. I spent my childhood going there all the time, every weekend. I just love it, and I still love visiting it. I still love going in there.
What would you say is the biggest goal for Glasgow?
The biggest goal? Just to be a global destination, so we have more and more visitors coming and more people coming to stay here and making it their home.
And about your chain, who made it?
I think it was made by Horns Jewellers, but I mean I could be wrong. I know that Horns Jewellers at St Enoch Square, they look after it and they clean it and fix all the links, so I don't know if they actually made the chain. Normally Stevie would be here, who works with Joanne. They would know. He would know right away who made it and where it came from, but we'll find out. I can get back to you on that, but I think it might be Horns Jewellers.
Who was the first ever Lord Provost to wear the chain?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Was it
Mr. Ure,
Was it
Lord
John
Provost Ure. Can't remember, we'd need to do the research. Stevie would know. 100. Text Stevie, Stevie knows. We'll find out during the conversation, we might find out.
Where does the name go on the chain?
Oh, I'll show you. So if you look there, you can see, if you get a close-up look, you might want to get a wee close-up photograph. See all the different names?
Yeah.
And it's the different names and the year that they were there. So some, before, it used to only be a term of 3 years, but they changed it to 5 years. And years ago, it used to only be, 500 years ago, it used to only be 1 or 2 years. But it's changed over time because the Lord Provost doesn't do the job that they used to do way back 550 years ago.
See on the little oval, like the little circle there?
Mm-hmm.
What's on it?
So that's your Glasgow's coat of arms. You were singing about the bird, the tree, the fish and the bell earlier. So that's Glasgow's coat of arms. It's emblazoned there. And on the back is when the Lord Provost used to visit the courts, in the Sheriff Court and the High Court. And that's the goddess Justitia, which represents the judiciary. And the Lord Provost used to preside over all the legal things in the city and used to direct the police to do things in the olden days.
Is it heavy?
Yeah, it weighs about a bag of sugar.
Is it actual gold?
Yes. This is solid gold, that medal there, that's the solid part. The rest of it's hollow gold, because if that was solid gold where the thistles are, I wouldn't be able to walk around because it'd be far too heavy. That's why it's hollow gold, but that's the only solid part there.
Have you always wanted to be a mayor?
Lord
The Lord Provost. Well, it is similar to a mayor, and it's equivalent to a civic mayor in other cities across Europe. Well, when I was young, I remember when I was about 10, my mother used to be a wee bit like Mary Barber. She was quite fierce, and she used to have fights with the council to get things in their area. And she started a campaign about social housing. Now, the housing wasn't very good. A wee back in the olden days, when I was younger than you guys. And that was the first time I ever heard about a Lord Provost. And I was at the meeting sitting with her, with my auntie and all the other women that lived in the streets beside us. And the Lord Provost at the time came to visit. And he was talking to them about, I'm going to try and get houses built for you, I'll get new houses and all the rest of it. So there was a new housing strategy that happened in the city way back then. And that was 50 years ago. So that was the Lord Provost who was here when it was the 800th birthday. And his name was Sir William Grey. So I was at that meeting and I remember all the women shouting, we need new houses, we need new houses. And new houses came.
How much years are you into being a Lord Provost?
I'm 3 years in.
How many years do you have left?
Another 2 years. So next year we've got, this year's the 850th birthday. And next year we've got the Commonwealth Games coming. And then the following April 2027 is when I stop being the Lord Provost.
How long does it take to vote the next Lord Provost?
So the election will be in May 2027, and once they decide who's in charge, what political party wins there, they then decide who's in charge and who does all the different jobs in the city. And that takes, well, right away you've got a leader, but it takes a while to get a Lord Provost, but you've got 6 weeks to elect to make sure the Lord Provost is going to be that person, because the Lord Provost has got an important role of chairing the first council meeting. And that's the only political thing I do, is chair the full council meeting.
Can you be a Lord Provost twice?
No. Although it doesn't say in the standing orders anywhere that you have to do it, there might be ways of being it twice. Someone might do that later on.
What are you going to do after you stop being the Lord Provost?
Well, look, I can still be a councillor. I can still look after the area that I represent. So I haven't quite made up my mind about that.
What area do you represent?
Canal ward. That's why I like the canal. I like up there at the canal. It's a great place. Have you ever been over at Stalkenfield?
No.
We need to get involved with the big art project that's going on there. Called Stalkenfield. It's Remake It Glasgow. Do you know about that? Yeah. That's a great, because all the young people in the site have been making tiles, and you stick them on the big creature that they're making. It's called the Beether. It's a serpent, mythological serpent. And some schools in the city have been involved in creating tiles for it. St Mary's were the last school that did pods for it.
What did you actually want to be when you grow up?
An astronaut. I've been wanting to be an astronaut. I still want to be an astronaut. That's my ambition. Always wanted to go up to space. How cool would that be?
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Did you grow up in Glasgow?
Yes, Mary Hill.
Did you have someone to look up to?
Yes. My mother and my auntie and my granny.
Can't forget your granny.
Granny was fierce, but she emigrated to Canada. What do we say? Is that the answer? We made the chain.
Don't worry about noises, they've edited it.
Alright, okay, it was
Oh, so it was Cunningham's the jewellers in Buchanan Street who made the chain a way back in those days.
1868.
In 1868. So there you go. That's how old the chain is. 1868.
1968.
So,
And I'm only the 6th woman to wear it. Most Lord Provosts have been men, and there's only been 6 women in 550 years. So we need more women to step up into politics and to get things done in the city.
so see, in 2027, will your name go on the chain?
Yes, my name goes on the chain, and they make when you come in, if you do a tour of the teacher arranges it, there's a gallery up on the 3rd floor, and that's all the previous Lord Provosts. And once you leave office, they make a picture of you, and the picture goes up beside all the predecessors.
Whereabout will your name go on the chain?
I don't know. We'll need to find a space.
How long is the chain?
How long is it?
Yeah.
It's not that long. It's just there and there. It's just quite a short chain. You can't add bits onto it, but they might have to put an extra link on at the back, maybe to get extra names on over the years. But there's still some space on the chain to get your name on it.
Do you wear it like every day?
I wear this every day if I'm working, yeah. If I'm going places.
Do you not wear it at home?
No. No, it stays in the building, so it doesn't stay at my house
Why not?
because it belongs to the city.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm only a custodian, so I'm only looking after the chain until the next person gets it.
Do you think you've got enough now?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for your time.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for listening, and I hope you learn more about the job of being a Lord Provost in this special edition of the podcast. And all we have to say is bye.